have a problem with Sword and Shield Wi-Fi battles, and I think a lot of people have the same problem. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? Rybommy Teacher in the house, and we're here just to have a bit of a chat today, and it's about Pokemon Sword and Shield Wi-Fi battles, particularly 6v6 single battles, and why I have not been playing them at all in this generation. Recently, of course, PokeTuber PokeAimMD released a YouTube video talking about this issue as well, and I wanted to weigh in on this conversation because I think it's very important to actually talk about this. And the problem, of course, is the 20-minute timer. Now, this timer originally was introduced in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which is perfectly okay in that format because the games are much faster paced because things like abilities and items were not actually in that game, so therefore the complex battles and stuff like that were way more simple. So why bring that into Sword and Shield when you've brought all the items back, the abilities back, as well as move animations with no way of turning those off? So what ends up happening in these battles is either these battles are not completed, which means Pokemon are still alive on either side, or just generally nobody wants to play them. And as a Draft League player especially, particularly when I play a lot of Draft League on this channel, it is very noticeable that I have turned down every Wi-Fi Draft League that I've been invited to. And the reason for that is because for me as a player, I am a steady, methodical player, and I play a bulky offensive playstyle. This does not work in a 20-minute timer with a chess move timer that just literally takes no time whatsoever. It means that players like myself are just never going to be able to finish a battle in those 20 minutes. And that ruins the experience and limits it to anyone who has the same sort of playstyle. Which means that if you're a hyper-offensive player and your opponent's a hyper-offensive player and you're smacking each other in the face as hard as possible, then the 20-minute timer is probably somewhat acceptable. But as it is currently right now, 6v6 singles battles is not fun on the Wi-Fi system, and I have actually not played a single one in this current season. How can this be remedied? Fairly simple. In VGC, there are new rule sets added every couple of months. So there is no excuse why Nintendo or Game Freak or the Pokemon Company, whoever is responsible for these changes, can just simply code in a new rule set which gives us the 60-minute timer we had prior to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, or even go one step further and actually have a rule set with no timer whatsoever. In Showdown Draft League matches, it is a specific rule in most of them that the timer is not to be turned on, which can lead to matches lasting for an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes. I have 2 of those battles on this very YouTube channel, but the truth of the matter is, those battles are way more fun to play. Most of my single battles, especially 6v6 Draft League battles, last 25 to 30 minutes, which means that under a 20-minute timer, those battles would not be completed. So I want this timer changed. I don't want this 20-minute timer anymore. Either give us a 60-minute timer, or give us an option to have no timer whatsoever, or even just simply give us that control. At the end of the day, if we're able to control the timer, we're able to have more options, we're able to play more different types of Pokemon instead of just pure hyper offense, and we're able to have fun enjoying the amazing animations that has been put into the game. Some of them are really amazing. My personal favorite is Pyroball from Cinderace. I love that animation, but we don't get to enjoy that because the timer just wears it out. That's my opinion on the matter. Let me know what you think, of course, but as always, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.